Former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker says little to no tariffs would be ideal, but he says this is President Trump's way of negotiating and taking the, quote, strongest, hardest position.
New at 10, Grace Hodak has you covered on why Walker says these tariffs should not be permanent and when he hopes to see them end.
Republican Scott Walker stopped by UW-Madison's campus today where he spoke to students about what he calls the 3 T's. Those are taxes, tariffs, and, quote, terrible government spending. And while on the topic of tariffs, Walker says they are not a long-term solution. He says what Trump is trying to do is level the playing field, and already he says we're seeing other countries like India, Israel, and Vietnam come to the table. Walker calls himself a free trader and says the president's tariff policy could end up being a good thing as long as it's not permanent.
You know, the beautiful thing about free trade is if it's fair, if it's relatively flat, if it's level, there are going to be some places in the world that do things uniquely better than we do. Hopefully most of the things in the world we do as well or better, but it really encourages us to go out and be productive, to invest in our workforce, to invest in education, higher ed, and technical ed, and apprenticeships, and other things that make sure that we have the best trained, best equipped workforce in the world.
Walker says history has shown we're better off if we don't have a permanent dependency on tariffs. He says ideally the president's policy should not last longer than Labor Day.